Well, hello there, Sagittarius. It's so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. If it's your first time visiting the channel, welcome. I'm so glad you've joined us. We are doing your weekly tarot today. This is good for the week of July 11th through the 17th. So we'll take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. Okay, so let's start off with your animal spirit. White raven spirit, trust in the magic. My goodness, Sag. I can't remember. Somebody had this last week. It could have been you. I'm almost getting goosebumps with this. I am getting goosebumps. The sense of something that comes in that's truly magical. You have been putting in so much time, energy, love into, your career, your soul's purpose, a relationship. It's this energy that, from reading your comments, that it's coming along, but it's so slow. Sometimes you wonder, is it ever going to work out for you? And there's almost this sense of true magic, like this divine intervention that comes in to let you know just, wow, just like how magical you really and truly are. This sense of truly embodying the magic that you are. The white raven is, rather rare. And I feel like that is what you're understanding. It's the number 66. The 6 is the Lover's card. Is truly loving ourselves for who we are. I feel like you totally become embodied in that, in loving yourself for who you are. I mean, times 2, because it's 2 6s, right? It's this energy of, yes, okay, I know who I am. I'm stepping into that power of who I am and making choices, because the Lover's card is the old tarot choice card. Making choices that are good for you, for your highest good, for what it is that your heart desires. It's this energy of accepting nothing less than the magic, the magical, the magical Sagittarius. That's all I can say. It's truly magical. Okay, so we're going to use, wow, okay, true love. See, this is, this is like that Lover's card. It's the energy of truly loving yourself, loving, when you look in the mirror at the end of the day, that you truly love everything that you put out into the world. And it doesn't mean, a lot of times we think, oh, that was a mistake, or we regret things. They're not mistakes. They're not regrets, especially when we are willing to look at ourselves and to understand why we may have made some of the choices that we made, right? We're constantly, evaluating, let's put it, or judging our actions, our thoughts, our words, and the actions, thoughts, and words of others. But the truth of the matter is that at the end of the day, it's just about you and yourself and spirit. Just really being able to look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what, I did a good job today. I really did. It doesn't mean that everything went your way that day, that you had the right words, that you afterwards you think of what you wish you had said. You may not have, had exactly the right action or reaction that, looking back, you wish you had had. But at the moment, Sag, at the moment, I feel like you're coming into this magic of understanding that the things that have happened along your path, your actions, your reactions, your words, your lack of speaking at times, right? When you were having difficulty expressing yourself, and so you just said nothing when you wish you had said something, that they were all part of your journey. That you can look in the mirror now and you can see just how far you have progressed. If you look behind her in this, behind this figure, it's almost as if it's like a tunnel. You're starting to understand just how far you have come along on this tunnel of progress. That at times, you know, if you look, there's no windows, you know, like if you're in a car or you're in an airplane, right? And you can look out the window, you can see like how fast you're going. You can see the direction that you're going in. You can tell that you're making progress, you know, on towards your destination. I feel like for a long time, it's almost as if you've been in this tunnel and you haven't been able to see the progress because there's no portholes, there's no windows in the tunnel. So you haven't been able to see your progress. I think, you know, we had the full moon in Capricorn on Wednesday the 13th. So it's during this week for this reading. And it's as at that time, it is taking a look at the last 6 months. You know, how far have you come? What has really been holding you back? Not looking externally at those things that have held you back. In this tunnel, it's only about you, right? Not looking at the external, but looking at your own actions, words, thoughts, your beliefs about yourself, your beliefs about how you fit in with the world, your sense of worthiness, lovability. It's this sense that all of a sudden I feel with this full moon in Capricorn, it's just this lovely energy. I feel like some of you in this tunnel, you may feel like it's dark. You know, think about a tunnel that has no light coming into it. It's dark. You may have, you know, even kind of gone through a dark night of the soul episode, or you could have just been kind of like feeling like you're in the dark. You don't know if you're making any progress. You can't tell. And suddenly with this full moon in Capricorn, I feel like all of a sudden you can look back down through the tunnel. It's lit for you, right? The full moon comes out and illuminates the tunnel and you're like, oh my gosh, I have made so much progress. It's almost like it's a portal. Like you've been going through this portal and you're not even sure. Yeah, look at milestones underneath that. Sacred temple. This is definitely part of your spiritual journey, like almost being in the dark. You know, the interesting thing about the white raven is that whenever I think of a raven, I think of, you know, the black raven, you know, that inky midnight black color, you know, that is just so beautiful, right? It almost shimmers. It's so black. And now it's almost as if you're coming out. To me, this white raven also looks always like a newborn chick, right? A newborn bird. I feel like you're coming out of this portal and you're kind of like, oh my gosh, like, okay, I'm new, I'm different. I'm no longer the dark raven. I'm now this like white raven. It's like you're still yourself, but you've transformed so much that your color is different than it was before. Wow, really, really interesting. Okay, I can't wait to get to the tarot here because really interesting cards here. So for your present energy, you have professional assistance. Now, this is, you know, wow. Oh my goodness. Knight of Pentacles on the bottom. This has taken some time. Okay, we have professional assistance and then we have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands represents happy family, happy home. It could be you're getting professional assistance about a marriage or a long-term committed relationship, about buying a home, financing a home. It could be, it's also celebrating. There's something here that you want to celebrate, and yet I feel like you can't, or you feel like you can't do it completely by yourself. So the really cool thing here is that, Sag, in the past, you may not have actually asked for help. I feel like you're kind of like, no, this is what I want to celebrate. You know, maybe you're trying to buy a new home. Maybe you're looking to build a new business. This is about something that you're inspired to build. A happy family, happy home, happy business, happy life. You're trying to build this and you're recognizing, okay, I don't have, or I feel like there's part of you that wants to build it quicker than you can. So it's this energy of, I can't do this by myself. You know, it's the Four of Wands. It's, you know, the four corners of a solid structure, like a home, right? It's kind of like, okay, I have the tools, I have the ability to put in 3 of the wands, but I need some help with the 4th. It's about understanding that sometimes on our path, we if we want to bring something in a little bit more quickly, sometimes we just have to ask for help. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. I feel like you're kind of thinking, if I ask for help, then I'm not doing it completely on my own. But the message here is, no, it's okay to ask for help. I do want to clarify this. I feel like in this moment of asking for help, you get an aha moment, something that's magical, something that lets you know, oh, okay, yeah, okay, this person is going to help me, whether it's a financial advisor, you know, a banker, a business coach, a life coach, a health coach, you know, you're asking for some help. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Look at this strength card on the bottom. You know, we have Leo season right around the corner. It's stepping into your strength, stepping into your courage to ask for help when you need it. Yeah, it's dropping the burdens. You know, it's dropping the burdens of being kind of confused, looking at all the options. You could be asking for help in which option is best for you. So say you're trying to buy a new house, right? You know, and perhaps, you know, you're looking at, say, 3 different houses and you're really not sure, you know. It could be asking, you know, maybe not just your realtor, but maybe you're getting a second opinion from another realtor or a family friend or, you know, somebody that knows a lot about real estate. Maybe you know you're only going to be in this home for a short amount of time, so you don't want to make a financial you know, mistake. So you may be confused at this time. You may be trying to start a business and you're kind of confused. I'm getting with like the legalities, like looking at, oh, like the business law, okay, something like that, you know, or the city or the state rules for opening a new business. You could be looking at that and you're kind of like, oh my gosh, I don't know, how am I going to get through all of this? Well, it's about dropping the burdens of understanding that it's okay. You can easily step into your next chapter when you're willing to ask for the help that you're wanting. Look at this strength card. Yeah, you just like go forward so quickly when you're willing to say, I don't have all of the information, or I don't have all of the knowledge, the wisdom that I may need at this time. And okay, Sag, the message I'm getting is that where you're going has nothing to do really with some of these decisions that you're trying to make. So for instance, say you're trying to open some type of, you know, a spa or something that is a helping service. You're trying to open some brick and mortar building that is helping heal other people. So maybe a salon, a spa, a Reiki, you know, salon, something like that. You're trying to open something, or maybe counseling or a therapist. You're trying to open something, but you have all of this confusion about the laws, the rental agreements, the, you know, just maybe you need to start an LLC, or, you know, the tax code, you know. You're just kind of like, oh my gosh, you're spinning your wheels on all of this, right? Instead of putting your time, energy, and effort into what it is that you know you can create. Look at this. You have 3 major arcana. This is huge for you. It's understanding that, okay, you know, you may have to hire somebody, you may have to pay somebody to create a logo for you, to, you know, help you set up the taxes, or, you know, your bookkeeping. You may have to hire people to do that. but they can do it so much faster than you can. And meanwhile, you're not having to spend a lot of your time and energy and effort in doing that. Instead, you're putting your time, energy, and abilities, special gifts, talents, creative abilities into what it is that you're trying to create, into your soul's purpose. Wow, really, really interesting, because your obstacle here, this is what you're working through: fear, self-doubt. There's almost this energy of, well, if I can't understand the tax code, then why would I ever think that I should open up a spiritual business, or, you know, whatever it is that you're trying to do? If I can't figure out the tax code, then it's ridiculous. I shouldn't even open this business. Okay, your business has nothing to do, I mean, what service you are providing has nothing to do with the tax code, unless you're, you know, wanting to be a CPA or something like that. It's like you're worrying about not knowing how to do something, okay, that really has nothing to do with your special gift or talent. It's about letting that fear drop and saying, okay, yeah, okay, I don't know anything about this. That's why I'm going to hire an expert. You know, it's so funny, because the last couple of days, my refrigerator, which really is not that old, has been just, you know, giving me issues, you know, and, you know, like most homeowners probably, I just got on YouTube and typed in the problem that I'm having with my refrigerator, and I'm going through all of the, you know, DIY ideas, you know, or suggestions on, you know, the internet about how I can maybe, you know, fix my refrigerator. And this morning I was just like, this is ridiculous. I am spending all this time trying to fix my own refrigerator. I asked one of my neighbors, and she said, oh yeah, I have this great guy. You know, he comes out, he only charges $75, and rarely, you know, unless you really need a major part or something. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, I mean, $75 is $75, right? And I don't know, he's coming tomorrow, so I don't know how much it's actually going to cost. But I was like, how many hours have I spent doing this? And the whole time I was just really proud. I was almost like bragging about myself to my friends about, oh yes, you know, I pulled it out and I vacuumed the coils and I did that. In the end, it's just kind of like, okay. Why didn't I just call the expert in the beginning? Because meanwhile, my food is going bad, right? It's just, and meanwhile, I could have been creating more, you know, readings for, you know, for my audience, for the people that I'm trying to reach, right? For the people I'm trying to help heal on their path, or give, you know, spiritual guidance, you know. I'm like, yeah. And I don't know, it's funny that they brought that up, because I hadn't really been thinking about that when I started this, and now I'm kind of like, oh yeah, I totally get it. So maybe you're having refrigerator issues too. Yeah, okay. Ten of Swords, dropping, yeah, it's over. This belief system is over for you. You're putting a lot of time and energy. You're putting a lot of action, taking a lot of action, but you're not getting anywhere. And it's because you're putting your time and energy in the wrong area. You're trying to fix your refrigerator instead of working on your business. Yeah, and it's kind of like, you know, it's really, really interesting, because I feel as if once you allow yourself to let go of that belief, right, it's detracting you, okay? When I was trying to fix my own refrigerator, and not that I totally regret doing it, because I did learn a lot, and I love learning new things, right? And I did really enjoy some of it, but it was very distracting, you know, it really was. And once you understand that you're literally distracting yourself with tasks, let's put it that way, tasks that you could easily delete. And I know you're going to sit there and say, yeah, but that costs money. But let's think about it. If you were putting that time and energy into creating or working on your business, you could probably make up that money, right? And there is something about leaving it to the experts, like my refrigerator, right? You know, my dad was an engineer, so I grew up, you know, I was the oldest, and my dad was really good about, you know, teaching me how to fix things around the house, you know. When I was in the 6th grade, we rewired our family car because, well, that's a long story about why it had to be done. But you know, I mean, I really and truly enjoyed that experience with him. Looking back on it, it probably, well, he was the type that would enjoy doing that too. I'm getting sidetracked here, but I feel as if they're wanting me to give experiences because I feel as if you may be a little bit stubborn about this. You know, stubborn about giving up your power over, you know, it's like hiring a bookkeeper instead of keeping the books yourself. There could be a belief, well, that bookkeeper is going to steal money from me. They're going to embezzle money from me. You know, it's about hiring the right people, right? Making sure you get really good recommendations, you know, not just opening the telephone book and going with the first person. It is about, you know, asking the right questions of the people that you are going to delegate stuff to. But I feel as if at the same time, it's kind of like you're almost using this as an excuse to not get to work on your soul's purpose. And your soul's purpose is really important to the world. It's time to put it out into the world. It's time to have the real courage here, Sag, to step into your soul's purpose and say, you know, I'm going to keep my focus on what it is that I'm creating. And I'm going to start delegating, hiring out some of the things that really I'm not so quick at. I don't have that much knowledge. It doesn't mean that you couldn't learn it, okay? But it's like, is that really the best use of your time and energy? Wow. I can't remember. You may have had a reading similar to this last week, but we've had one similar to this. Yeah. Yeah, the moon. I feel like during this full moon, it's kind of like, you know, the feelings of what is holding me back is going to come in. And I feel during that full moon in Capricorn on Wednesday, you're suddenly going to realize, whoa, wait a minute. I'm holding myself back because I want total control over the whole business. That's what you're telling yourself. There's something deeper there, though. It's kind of like, yeah, I don't want to really get down to work. Maybe you feel like what you're producing isn't really worthy of being, of asking a fair price for, right? You may be new to this business, so you're feeling a little bit like, well, I'm not sure I'm really worthy or ready yet. So you're kind of like spending time and energy on doing things that you could definitely hire somebody to do. This is a message from Spirit. It's time to get going, Sag, right? It's time to get going using your gift and talent instead of finding reasons, excuses. And I feel like, you know, part of you is saying, yeah, but this is really important. I do have to set up my taxes. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. We're not debating that. The problem is you think you have to set up your own taxes when you could hire somebody to do it. And they would probably do it the correct way the first time, and in the end would probably save you money too. Because here is your advice. It's time to step into your strength, into your courage of really creating the life that you're wanting for yourself. You know, birthing, totally birthing that business, putting it out there, putting yourself out there. It's the phoenix rising from the ashes. This is the energy of you have the strength and the courage to really become who it is that you want to become. It's about, look at death and rebirth. Scorpio energy here. Putting an end to one cycle, putting an end to some belief that is truly holding you back. Saying, yeah, wait a minute. I've got to, you know, I've got to hire this out, or I've got to hire people that can do this for me, or I have to, you know, I have my focus, allow them to have their focus. Because Ace of Pentacles, you have a really good offer coming in. It's also about really putting out your spiritual gifts to the world, you know, offering them, knowing that, you know, through this, you are doing some deep healing. You know, I'll have to say, Sag, the message I'm getting is that you're preventing yourself from actually doing this complete healing and helping to heal others. Mostly because you may feel like you're not really worthy of it or have a true gift or talent, but you do. That message is coming through clear. It's about looking in the mirror, understanding, yes, you are. You are so special. You have a special gift and talent. It is so needed by the world. And I really feel like you're going to truly step into this energy by Leo season, which is about July 20th. And then we have the Lionsgate on 8/8, August 8th. I think you're just like getting ready to step through this portal. What Spirit is asking you to do at this time is to put down the belief that you have to do it all or have control over it all, you know? Not that you don't want to keep an eye on things, okay? But you have to step into this energy of trusting others. And the best way to do that is to first trust yourself. Once you step into that energy of trusting yourself, it is sometimes easier to then trust other people. Where can I ask for more help in my life? Are you kidding me? Sagittarius, this message is just so very much specific, you know, for you. Until we can receive with an open heart, we're never really giving with an open heart. When we attach judgment to receiving help, we knowingly or unknowingly attach judgment to giving help. And that's a quote from Brené Brown. Today, ask someone for help and receive it with an open heart. Wow. Yeah, it is. It's about understanding. Sometimes I just need to ask for help, or I need to hire people that can do these things so much faster, more professionally than I can, right? Yeah, really lovely message. I do personal readings. If you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I really do wish you so much love and light in this situation and in all your situations. I also have a couple of videos that you may be interested in. I have your July general reading and also your July love reading. So you may want to check out one or both of those. But I really do wish you much love and light. I'd love to hear in the comments how this might resonate with you. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now.